Welcome back, guys. Rise Nation stays alive. A big last-minute toss from Jay Sano. Good clearing by Chino as well as they win the uplink in overtime. Now we're going to a game 4, though. Rise swapping out TCM, it seems, for the remainder of this matchup. They're going to stick with Jay Sano. Will they find success here on Drift Hardpoint, Maven?
I think this is Rise's series to win, man. Like, TK, they're... How do you shift focus after thinking you have a series won because all the lagouts and stuff you're up to? Oh, you think it's pretty much over. And now Rise comes back and has that clutch up win. I just feel like all the momentum is in Rise's favor right now. They have the host in game 4. I don't see any way this isn't going to a 5th game.
We got to watch Chino. He dropped massive kills, almost a 2.0 KD in that last one. Apathy also has been a great addition to the squad this week. He had a fantastic night last night despite going 0-3 against ISO. They were very close games. Tonight, he was very strong in their first hard point, and if they had a 4th, you got to think maybe it would have been Rise on top. TK, if you look at the stats coming into this, the best on the team, KD-wise, is Nameless with a .98 in hard points. The other 3, 8.81, .75, and .74, Maeve. They simply don't get kills when it comes to hardpoint.
Yeah, and we talk about the fact that slaying is everything in hardpoint. I mean, for the most part, the win percentage in Season 2 was absolutely obnoxious. The team that outslayed won such a high percentage of games. And then, you know, you saw the teams. I talked about the fact that Optic, in my opinion, is the best hardpoint team. You saw the teams that were able to beat them. Epsilon took 2 from them, outslayed them in both. FaZe able to take that hardpoint, which they pretty much crushed them in the slaying department as well. I think they outslayed them by, what was it, 35 or 40 or something at UMG. So slaying a huge, huge part. If you can't get it done, you're not going to win those games, especially when it's not like it's 1 or 2 players struggling. You just said every single player not above a 1.0 KD. There's no one really getting it done for this side in hardpoint.
I'm getting a little bit of choppiness over on my end. I was looking to see who's got the bad internet connection. It might just be me. Players, no one really dropping below 3 bar, and it looks like they're shooting quite fine.
Oh, no. I am skipping. I'm skipped to my loot right now, everywhere.
This looks
so
fantastic.
It is not just you. But I didn't see what player from Rise is going to be hosting this one. Hopefully a bit more playable than what I'm seeing on my end right now.
Right? I'm amazed if you can get kills playing on this. Scoreboard. 4 points separate them.
Scoreboard.
After about 2 minutes. And you can see Nameless leaving the game. Theory and Sharp shooting each other. I think everyone is just going to acknowledge that this is the worst host known to man. And that they should restart.
We just saw those new images of Pluto. It appears that is where this is being hosted from.
Oh, fantastic. Takes about 4 years to get us the information. 4 hours, rather, from the satellite.
Oh, my. Yeah, that was a struggle, but we'll see what they end up doing because, oh, no, I was about to say because of the ruling, but Neslo just left, so every player from TK is going to leave out of that one. I'm assuming we're going to have a gentleman's agreement here to restart this one. I don't know if we'll have any kind of forfeit scenario, but from my eyes, that did not really look all that playable.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
Come on now. This has been the most horrific Pro League match in history.
Oh yeah, this first series
never
can
seen
go
a match
straight
with
to
more
hell.
issues.
I'm looking forward to the second one.
Oh man. Okay, let's take a look at our schedule card when we get a moment here. Yeah, this match, I don't even know what to say. You're watching teams fighting for their lives. They're both in terrible positions in the Pro League.
It's a big match too for these two squads, but unfortunately, the struggles right now online for both teams really at this point.
And then later we're going to see Optic Gaming Orbit. Can Orbit cause another upset like Epsilon did on LAN at UMG Dallas? Or is it going to be Optic Gaming cruising through to a 6-0 start in the Pro League, currently sitting on top in first place with 5 wins, 0 losses. FaZe right behind them, sitting at 3-1, I believe. If not 2-1, they will be facing off against an envious squad that is coming off a big loss last night to Orbit.
Yeah, Orbit has the potential, I think, to upset a lot of teams. Clearly, I think they're a pretty good LAN team, but they struggle mightily at UMG. I think coming through the open bracket, even if you are a quote-unquote pro team, is very, very, very difficult. You know, it's just like seeing pro teams struggle with the early rounds of a 2K or 5K. It's tough. You play against teams you aren't that familiar with, maybe run different strats. It can be a bit obnoxious thing for those guys to kind of deal with when they're so used to playing against a certain level of skill and play style, I'd say. But for Orbit to upset Optic Gaming, I don't know, Chris. There's like a 1.7% odds, and Burns, I love you, but I'm being honest. 1.7%.
1.7.
No idea how I got to that number, Chris.
It's a very low number. It's not very big. I just got an invite, so let me get you into the new lobby. Chino sent me the invite, and it looks like it will be his host this second time around. So you're playing from New Mexico.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. I think it was Asana that hosted that first one. If we never have to witness that again, I'd be happy with it. So, Chino, I appreciate you. Step it up.
Yep.
I'm excited for your host. I'm ready for a pleasant showing. But here we are, game number 4. If you are just tuning in, 2-1 advantage here for TK. But the first 2 games, pretty much, I mean, for the most part, they were won due to TCM internet issues. They've now filled in with a sub. We're seeing if they can bounce back in this series. Chris, I'm taking Rise in game 4. We're going to a game number 5. Our first series is going to take at least 2 hours.
I think I'm gonna take the lead. No, I will tie everyone for first place if I get this right. Everyone else has the same picks throughout the night. We're all going with the higher seeded teams. This was my controversial pick.
I'm done with my loose picks where I just look at what Mr. X picks and I think idiot and then pick something else. I'm done with that.
Stupid.
I'm going with smart, safe picks. I don't know how I'm supposed to come back because we're all going to be picking the same stuff for the most part. So I'm going to have to get a little cute with stuff down the road because I'm down. I think I have like 14 and you guys all have like 17 to 19 or something like that.
Yeah,
it's an embarrassment to myself, my family, my friends, my loved ones, everyone that I know. And I'm ready to step it up. Yesterday,
you got 2 whole points. You're now at 17. Benson and Matt are at 21. I'm at 20. So this is my catch-up match. You can see the rest of the night. We all went Optic Gaming, FaZe, and Denial, your top 3 from the most recent LAN tournament, as well as in the Pro League. Not in that order, though. FaZe. Number 3, it's Denial, who's sitting in second, right behind Optic Gaming currently.
All right,
who's stronger right now, Maven?
We're waiting right now. Now it's TCM back in. I saw Chino tweet. And it looks like it's some people not that nice that are unfortunately attacking these guys' ISPs because it looks like their sub is now having some issue here.
Dirtbags. That's frustrating.
But yeah, it looks like they're going to try and fill in with TCM. I don't know what the ruling on this. I mean, if Rise can't field 4 players that are able to actually compete, I don't know what'll end up happening. I'm guessing it may lead to a forfeit. But here we are crossing our fingers that TCM is able to stay in this entire game 4, because I do believe it will be one hell of a game if he's able to stick in here, because you saw them take that game with the sub.
And here we go, guys. We'll try it again. One more time. TCM hasn't been able to stay connected to a game yet. This is a big one. They're going to need him on Drift. Hardpoint is loading up once again. This is a map that I would say is played very rarely by the pros even still. I think a lot of people when they first load up want to go back to the standards. Do you want to start with Retreat? Do you want to start with Detroit when you're doing your warm-up scrims? I want to see who is the best team on Drift Hardpoint. I've seen some incredible gameplay from Orbit on this map, believe it or not. And we saw some pretty interesting showings earlier in the Pro League. Of course, at Dallas, did not see this game type at all.
All right, well, here we are kicking things off. I was watching a battle mid-map with Sharp. He's eventually going to fall. Neslo going to be the only one alive for TK at the moment. Everyone just vying for control early, crossing our fingers. The TCM's able to stay in this one, but right now it's going to be Wheats and Apathy inside the hardpoint trying to lock things down as they're picking up kills and getting time.
Wheats doing damage from up top, has switched over to the ASM-1 and it is working. 5-0 start from him. Nades come flying through. Wheats going to find a second to his right, and nice cover from Chino momentarily. Here comes 2 challengers. Wheats deals with the first. Jumping out is going to land the shots on Theory. Dominant performance by Wheats in the first minute leads to a 33 and growing lead.
Incredible start there from Wheats. Really good job going 7-0, not even really allowing a point on the board for TK in the first minute of gameplay. They're finally going to be able to get one. You see Nameless and Neslo on your kill feeds. They're trying to get set up here in the corner hard point. Now, whoever's able to get control really at that top building, for me, is who can do the most damage. Apathy was there for a second. He flies in. He catches a nade. He's going to drop. Wheat's now set up. We saw him do work with the ASM-1. He is now going to be rocking the bow, checking everywhere. His teammates cleaning up pretty much everything. Theory is going to be the last man to take care of. Wheat's, despite the fact he started hot, shots all over the place there, not able to take out Theory.
Yeah, that was a bow, not an ASM-1. Didn't look as comfortable in that moment. Chino now trying to hold on to the hard point. Here comes the contention, and it's going to be the contest from Theory. He's dropped over to Neslo as bodies are just flying at this hard point, but 11 times the lead of their opponents. You see Rise on top.
Look at that math there from Chris Puckett.
I saw the numbers. It was 6, a 6, and a 6. I did some quick 4th grade math and was able to move on. Chino, not going to happen. This is all TK on the resurgence, man. I think TK, if they lock this down, are right back in this game.
I am guaranteeing you, if Rise can field a 4-person team for an entire game without issues, they are winning this series. I just think TK, they have to be so flustered dealing with it. I know Rise is too, but it's like a different story. When you're the underdog, so to speak, when you're the one having the actual issues and you have to battle back, you kind of have like a little bit of a chip on your shoulder. You're like ready to go once everything's working. Whereas TK is like, dear God, can everything please work so we can close out this series? We're up 2-0. We just won a 3-0. Want this to be done. Now all of a sudden in the game 4, getting smacked as it's 94-14. I'm telling you, Christopher, if this goes to a game 5, if there are no issues, Rise will be your victors.
It's going to a game 5.
That's a Maven guarantee.
Even if someone drops out right now, this is going to a game 5 with the way Rise is playing. You got
yeah, they're rocking right now. You got Apathy on a 5 streak, Wheats on a 3 streak. He's 13-6. They're currently outslaying their opponents by, I think, about 15, just completely controlling the pace right now. TK is not able to keep up with Rise at all right now. And really good job by Rise after dealing with some tough stuff early.
I held the back button for a while, and I kind of understand banning Wheats, but I would be banning Chino every single time when you play against him. 15-10, he's the only one out there on the West Coast over in New Mexico. He's got 4-bar. Wheats also able to play 4-bar on his host, so this is definitely in Rise's favor at the moment. 6 minutes, 20 seconds left, and you see TK just trying to get the kills, but Rise constantly flooding in.
I was watching Chino for a second, see if he could pick anything up, but it's Sharp that gets a 2-piece. Wheat's there to answer back. Nade's coming out across, and nice nade there from Wheat to take him out. 6 minutes left here. Still a 70-point advantage. TK climbing back just a little bit, Chris. And, you know, it looked like such a dominant lead early. I mean, they were up 90. 100-10 basically was the score, but there's so much time. Like, I for some reason, I feel like we should be past the halfway point, but we're not even there yet. We still have 45 seconds to go to hit this 5-minute mark. And TK, plenty of time to close this one.
Down by about 70 points right now. Neslo trying to break in. Gets first. Now looking for a second. Here's it. Going prone. Dodging shots. Challenges Wheats and will get torn up. Over to Theory and Sharp. Sharp going to be the first one in the action. And this is TK. You can kind of watch it on the mini-map. They were running one at a time. Sharp lands on someone's head, but no boost damage. And this is really just another situation where TK is getting kills everywhere but inside the hard point, and Rise is just racking up the time.
Starting to pull away again. Got that lead back out to, what, 80 points or so. Wheat's able to pick up another one with the nade. Watch Chino get pushed at steps. He got closed out. That was 3 kills for TK. There was only Chino alive for just a second. Such a good performance so far from TK. You see Apathy, you know, he's struggling a little bit 11-15 when it comes to slaying, but he's got 8 captures to go with it, leading all players. And that's big, especially when you have Wheats and TCM who basically don't have a single capture to their name. You need someone carrying that workload.
Yeah, Wheats' job is to slay outside of the hard point. Chino with the bow, still doing damage in your feed. Just picked up another 2-piece. Let's go to him. As I do, he drops. Apathy up inside the hard point, gets one, staying alive. Pressure coming from both directions. Doesn't know who's going to jump in first. Going to challenge and win that one against Theory. That's another 5 points that he's going to be able to add to the scoreboard. They are rolling this one much more than an 80-point advantage. Now a 100-point advantage with just 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, and I talked about Apathy struggling a little bit in the slaying department. He turned that around really quickly with a 5 streak. And this hard point, specifically, this second story hard point, is where they were really able to turn up last time. That's where you saw Wheats really streaking in with that 7 spree. They controlled it for the entirety. They pretty much had that entire one as well. That's what led them really pushing out this lead. Now, I was watching Apathy for a second as he was the first man into this next hard point, trying to see what he could get done here. Watching players push him everywhere, his entire team really dropping around him, but he's still alive, still picking up kills, has to reload. Finally able to push that player and not able to pick up the kill though.
Nice kills from TCM as he's jumping in with the SMG, turning on 2 more players, put shots in 1. Wheats has 2 injured players in front of him, cleans up the first, but grenades are at his feet. Apathy now gonna fall. Big fight won by Sharp, but only momentarily. Chino gets in, and TK, they keep racking up kills, but not on the players inside the hard point. You can see the scoreboard. Wheats 27 and 23, best for Rise. On the other side, no one positive at this moment. The closest to doing so is Neslo at 21 and 24.
And yeah, I mean, that's, you just said it right there. I mean, the closest, 21 and 25 now. Just no one really getting it done on the TK side. And this, I mean, they're kind of matching those stats you mentioned earlier. What was it? Nameless that led the way with the 0.28 or 0.98. Everyone else in that, like, I think it was like 0.8 to
0.74 basically.
Yeah, and that's like right where they're all rocking right now. So off host or on host, I mean, they're playing for par right now. This is the average they usually are going to be putting out. You have Apathy and crew in the hard point right now. This is not going to make it to timeout. They should be able to close this out with 250 in the next hard point.
Would not be surprised. Sharp doing everything he can to prevent it. They're really not going to win at this point unless they get every second remaining. But they're going to try their best, heat up a little bit more before they go back to their host for game number 5. Over to Nameless. I just want to see what's going wrong for this team. Their shots just not super pure, and I wonder if the connection has any, I guess, effect on this, Maven. You look at it and everyone basically on 3 bar, Sharp occasionally jumping back up to 4 bar.
I mean, it doesn't help. I mean, obviously playing off host is a little more difficult, but I don't know. I don't think it's all connection. They're getting blown out right now. It's going to be basically 150 point win, almost 100 point club for TK.
I'm
very,
so
very
nervous.
close to being that. Really good job by Rise. They pushed to a game 5. I said if it went there, they're closing it out. Now, this should be TK's host, correct?
Yeah.
I'm still guaranteeing Rise victory. I'm sorry, you know, you felt good about your pick. You kicked off TCM. You DDoSed them a couple times to start the first 2 games, Chris. I get why you would go to those. You really, really want to win. You want to be smarter than Mr. X. But I'm sorry. Rise is taking this game 5.
We'll see what's going to happen next, guys. There's a look at your numbers from game number 4. Chino and Wheat slaying the way. TCM, welcome back, drops 33 of his own. We're going to commercial when we return. The final game in our first match of the night. We still have 3 more after this, but the conclusion, TK versus Rise when we return.